All right, everybody. For those of you who don't know, my name is Michael Forrest, and welcome to It's Shark Time. Now, before we get going, if I can, I'm just a note about sending me text while I'm up here. All right, we've had some issues with that, so a new policy is that I'm not going to be accepting text messages at all while I'm up here. I won't be taking text messages until after the event is over. So don't waste your time with that. If you do need to get a hold of us, really the best way to do it is by joining our Discord, and you'll find the address under this beam right here. All right, now also if we can ask you guys to stay in the audience section, that would be super helpful because we have. What's that?
Up there. Can we jump down there?
What's that, Dream Team? Yes. Okay. Well. Oh, Sharky. You see that? Look at that. Free lunch there. All right, everybody. So, yeah, I host about, let's see, before we get into that, if you could stay in the audience section, that would be really super helpful. We have a lot of large and dangerous sea creatures moving through this environment today, and we don't want to see anybody get hurt. Even more dangerous than that is our moderators, and they prefer if you kind of stay in the audience section unless you're invited up. All right, now, also, if I could direct your attention to the microphone icon in your lower left, right there on your menu wheel, you're going to notice where that microphone icon is clear. We can hear everything that's happening in your environment. That's usually a good thing. I like to hear you guys laughing. I like to have, call out and interact with all of you. But if, maybe somebody's having a conversation that's maybe better suited for the campfire, and my moderators and my producer notice that it's distracting me, what they'll do is they'll go ahead and turn that microphone to red. Now, if that happens, that's not a bad thing, because if somebody comes in your space and says, hey, why are you screaming in terror? You're going to be able to answer them, right? You're going to be able to, tell them, what's going on and all that kind of stuff. And if you do become muted, don't feel like you can't participate. You're going to notice that you have that pink cheek smiley face icon right there in your menu wheel. And when you click on that, you have a wide variety of options with which to express yourself. I'll leave it to you to choose which one's the most appropriate, but I would like to reserve this one if I can, right? We're going to use this as kind of a signal, all right? Let's say the roof starts leaking or Sharky starts making fun of me or my voice goes choppy or something like one of those Altspace things kind of start to happen there. We're going to use this as kind of a signal to let me know what's going on, right? Now, what's going on there? The emojis look really tiny. Did they change that? The emojis look so small. Oh no! Somebody else throw up some emojis. Let me see if that's just Leslie. Oh, what happened to our emojis? They got all tiny. Okay, I hope that's just me. That looks really sad. It makes it like the crowd's all like whispering. That's not cool. Wow. Is anyone else seeing that? Like they're really small? But the hand is still giant. Look at the giant hand. The giant distracty hand. Look at this. Yeah, that's still huge. Okay, cool. All right, well, we are going to use that as kind of a signal. So just use that to let me know if something's going wrong. If I only see one of you doing it, I'm going to know that there's somebody maybe just messing around. But if I see 5 of you doing it one time, I know there's a problem I need to address. All right, cool. All right, let's get going here. All right, now, I've hosted over 500 events in Altspace. Actually, we're coming up in 600 next month, and I'm really happy about that. And but in that time, the question I get asked pretty much every day is, why are we here? You hear it all the time. Nobody bothers reading the event description. They come in, they find themselves at the bottom of the ocean, surrounded by all these giant sea creatures, and they're like, what's going on? How'd I get down here? And they want to know what's up. So you get to ask that question all the time. I thought it would be fun to turn the tables and ask you guys, and I'll give you a hint. The answer's right here, right below my podium. So everybody, why are we here? Let's hear it. Okay, all right, let's see here. We have a smaller crowd, so we're all going to have to try a little bit harder. I want to hear it nice and loud. Why are we here, everybody?
Feed myself to a shark.
That's good. All right, there we go. I'm hearing alternative answers. No, this is it right here. When I ask that question, that's what I want to hear. To feed a shark, just like that. And that's why we're here. Speaking of sharks, all right, you guys want to meet my friends? I'm going to bring them out. Anybody want to meet my friends? Yeah. Who has a question? It's maybe not the time for that, Dream Team. What's your question? What's that? Let's stop the show for your question. What's the question, Dream Team?
I didn't have one.
Don't have one. Okay. All right, let's see here. Well, okay. All right. Well, there we go. Well, hopefully we can maybe see me after the show if you have any questions. We can take care of it then. All right, so I'm going to bring my friends out, everybody. Let's bring them out. Here we go. We've got my friends, Melvin, and we've got Buster, and we've got Fang. Come on up, guys. Now, these are my friends, and they're looking really good. They're really fit. They're in shape. But this wasn't always so. Sadly, there was once a time when they were very skinny and very hungry, and I was looking for ways to feed them. So I started hosting events. I host like 10 events a week, and we've had hundreds of people coming through our experiences, but nobody was willing to help me feed a shark. That is until we came up with this event. And we had a conversation with an admin that changed my life. That admin told me that Altspace users would do absolutely anything for a kit. So we got 2 of them. Right, we got 2 of them that we're giving away as a prize. We got this Ravenhall Events coffee mug that we've been using, but we also have, if you look out in the lobby, you're going to see there's a sign in one of the marquees that shows all 12 items of the prize kit that we have. All right, and that's gonna it's an aquarium stand where you can decorate it all different ways. There's 12 pieces in all. I think you guys will really enjoy it. And at the end of the event, if you haven't seen it already, we take everybody out to go look at the kit so you can inspect the object yourself. And hopefully you're gonna want this. Hopefully you're gonna want this enough to be a contestant or volunteer on today's show. Now, if you'd like to be a volunteer on today's show, you're gonna see my friend and co-host Sharky floating in the water right here in front of my podium. All you have to do, and you may need to come down on the railing to do it, but all you have to do is just point right at Sharky's nose right there, and you should get a spinning target. Now, what you do is you squeeze your trigger on that spinning target, and you're going to get a text prompt that appears in the air before you. Now, here you enter your Altspace username, not your display name, right, but your username. It's very important because we need that to be able to distribute our prize to you. And if you don't know what your username is, you can find it by pressing your blue and white triangle button in your lower left. Now, when you press on that, you're going to see all these tabs on the very bottom, and one of those tabs says me. It has a very inviting smiley face, and you press on it, and you can see yourself and your avatar there, and you can check your hair out, and you'll see your display name there. But right under that, in parentheses, is your username, and that's the name that we're going to need to distribute any prizes if you're one of our winners today. All right. So while you guys fill that out, listen, if anyone's having a problem with anybody in Altspace, somebody's giving you a hard time at a campfire, maybe somebody's scheduling their events right over yours, and you've had just about enough of that, or maybe they're trolling your events all the time, and you're like, man, why don't you just stop, right? Well, what you can do, right, is just send them a come visit. All right, friends, let's just send them a come visit. Then they'll come in and go, what's this all about? Well, we'll have a good little laugh because we know why they're here, and they'll help feed my friends. My friends will get to eat, and they won't be a problem anymore. And Altspace will be a better place and everybody wins, right? So, so that's that. That'll help out with that a lot. Now, what we're going to do now is you're going to notice that a raise hand button is going to appear on your lower right. All right. Now, this if you it's going to turn to blue and you'll be on our list. That's all you have to do. The only thing we ask is that you're going to come up, please be able to have your microphone open because we are going to be able to need to talk to you during this. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, wow. We got 6 people already. Oh, 7 people. All right. Wow. You guys are very eager. All right. That's cool. Hey, Melvin, you want to hear today's specials? All right, let's see what's on the menu because all these people look really delicious, Buster. All right, let's see who's on the menu tonight. All right, we've got, let's see, we've got Matt the Scientist is going to come up. We also have, let's see, who do we have? We got a lot of choices here. We have Fruit Twist we're going to have up. All right, and let's see, who else are we going to try? Let's see, maybe, let's see, how about Roland Yolen? Let's try Roland Yolen. All right, there we go. All right, let's see here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend these bridges out here. Now, when I do, the people I called up come on up. And listen, if you need to recenter, don't do it now because if you try it on stage, what will happen is you're going to end up in the audience, and this is awkward for everybody. It's like, what am I doing down here? Hey, wait, you're supposed to be on the stage. Wait, aren't you? Wait, didn't
Me?
wait? No, I picked the wrong person. Okay, I remember. We'll take maybe in round 2. All right, there we go. All right, no, I thought you were coming up. I had all the names confused. Okay, here we go. Let's take a moment to get to know our contestants, our volunteers here, everybody. All right, let's see. Now, Matt, you've won this game a bunch of times, and you've been trying to win again, but lately it hasn't been going so well. Do you have a strategy tonight?
Yeah. No.
No strategy? You haven't packed the audience with all your friends?
I have friends in the audience.
You do? Okay, well, good. All right, excellent. All right. Now, let's see. Roland Yolen, how long have you been around Altspace for?
About a year.
A year. Have you ever been to the show before?
No.
No? Okay, what do you think so far?
It's interesting.
It's interesting. All right, well, that's good to hear. All right, excellent. All right. Now, how about Fruit Twist is also one of our previous winners, all right? And, so what brings you back? You've already won. You're getting the prize. It's going to, and have you tried the prize yet? You received yours, right?
Yeah.
How do you like it?
Got it. Yeah, it's good. The bubbles have got issues, but the rest is great.
Oh, cool. All right, nice. All right, excellent. All right, everybody. If everybody would join me by coming up this ramp here, all right, let's go on up here. And once you get up to this top level, you're going to see these 3 yellow X's. Now, what you can do is stand on this yellow X. Once you're on the yellow X, make yourself comfortable. You can recenter as much as you like once you're there. This is going to kind of be your home for a little while. The only thing we ask is that you press on that consent button that's directly in front of you. All right, and that's a minor formality for our insurance company there. Just go ahead and press on that, and let's see how we made out here. All right, cool. Looks like everybody's all checked in. That's awesome. So what we're going to do now is going to raise up these glass enclosures just to make you all feel safe, secure, and comfortable. There we are. All right, now, just a friendly reminder, any attempts to escape is going to result in your immediate, disqualification. And I'm told that's extreme, but you know what? We've had a lot of problems with runners lately, and, really, when people don't help me feed a shark, it's kind of like animal cruelty, and I'm not going to stand for it. All right, so now what you're going to notice is, and the way this is going to work is we're going to ask you guys some questions. And don't worry, the answers don't have to be right. Only those answers that, convince our audience that you deserve to live more than the person next to you. That's pretty easy, right? Now, that means your fate is in the hands of our audience because they're going to be able to vote on which volunteer they like the best. You're going to notice that you have some numbers that just appeared above your head, right? And now our audience, let's say that Roland Yolen gives an incredible answer and everybody really likes it. Well, what they're going to do, is you can press on Roland Yolen's nameplate and you'll see that the number goes up, right? The nameplate just below Roland Yolen there. But let's say Matt the Scientist has an incredible answer. It's really well thought out. You're really impressed. And you're like, why did I vote for Roland Yolen? Right? Well, you can change your vote at any time until we lock the votes in. All right. So that's all you got to do there. You click on Matt the Scientist and you see his number goes up and the votes will adjust accordingly until we close the voting. Okay. So let's start out with Roland Yolen. Now, Roland Yolen, are you ready for the question? Yeah, you're
Yes.
nodding. Okay. All right. But you're unmuted. Let me hear you. Are you
Yes,
ready to go?
I can. Yep.
All right, well, you need to hear that verbally because, it's legally binding like that. Right. So if you look out in the distance, do you see the Ravenhall Sea-Lab that's out there?
Yes.
On your right. Okay, well, we do incredible science over there. And one of our lead researchers, Dr. Starling, he's working on something amazing. It's really big. He's been putting in a lot of hours. He's, really dedicated. He's in there all the time. But he's very worried that our arch enemy, Nemesis Labs, are going to get a hold of his plans. All right, so I told him I was going to talk to our volunteers about security. Right? So why don't you tell me what we can do, all right, to keep his top secret project safe?
Sharks with lasers.
Sharks with lasers. I'm worried about copyright infringement there. All right. But yeah, that's all right. That's a good answer. All right. Matt the Scientist. All right, yeah, when people start talking about anything that involves like copyright infringement, my hands tremble above the buttons and I get very nervous. Sometimes I hit things on accident, especially things that require editing. I don't like to have to edit the videos. All right, Matt, how about you? All right. What can Dr. Starling do to protect his top secret project from Nemesis Labs?
Yeah, he can hide his documents under Sharky's tongue, so when people try to get it, Sharky gets feeded.
Wow. Okay, Sharky, you hear that? It's like, you get the whole thing attached to you. Be like, oh, espionage. That's cool. Sharky, you can be a spy. It'll be awesome. All right. Now, fruit test. Fruit twist? Wow, that's a tongue twister. Oh, that's why. Because it's fruit twist. It's twister. I get it. Okay. So, what do you think? How can we protect the top secret plans?
Just ship the sharks in a box to the other labs, and then when they open it, they'll just eat the heads, and then there's
Trojan
no other
horse.
enemies.
Oh yeah, Sharky, you hear that? That's awesome. Wait, we can stick you in a box and you'll surprise them. It's a perfect plan. Where you going? Where you going, buddy? It's the perfect plan. Oh, Sharky has an issue with being put in a box.
It's like a nice aquarium box. It's nice, breathable. He's gonna have his favourite snacks in it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. There you go. All right. So what we're gonna do is I want everybody to take a moment. Sharky, get on over here. You're making me look bad. All right. Now I want everybody to take a moment to think about which volunteer is your favorite. All right. Go ahead and think about the answers. Oh, the band quit again. You guys hear that? The music only played for a second. Morgan, my producer, did you pay the band this week? I can't work like this, people. I just can't. All right, here we go, everybody. All right, so we're gonna lock the votes in 3, in 2, in 1. This is a lot harder without the music. Here we go. The voting is closed. You got to build up the drama with the voice. It's just not the same.
Thank
All
you.
right, let's see how we did. Wow, Matt, you're in the double digits there. That's cool. Look at that. Fruit Twist, you look like you did pretty good too. Roland Yolen, let me ask you something. Do you have any plans later?
No.
No, that's good. Another question. Does anybody know where you are?
Yes. I don't know. How to
Do
vote.
they know you're specifically at Shark Time?
Probably not.
Probably not. All right, that's a good thing. All right, awesome. All right, listen, you've been a great volunteer. Just a piece of friendly advice here. If you scream on your way out, it goes a lot easier. All right, so there we go. So here we go. You're going to meet my friend Melvin. Here we are. Here we go. Bye, Roland. All right, everybody. It's time. We've had a talk. Some of you know what's coming. All right.
That was
When we
unexpected.
first were doing this event, we were very proud of it. So we wanted to show the admins. We thought they'd be psyched, but instead of being psyched, they were horrified. Right? They were really disturbed by what you just saw. And I, you know what? It turned out it was a huge misunderstanding. That effect you just saw, listen, I want to assure everybody that's just seasoning. That's all that is. Because while most Altspace Avatars are in fact delicious, right? There are some of us that have these green tags above our names, and it gives us kind of a minty, sort of a nasty, sort of a gross aftertaste. My friends don't really care for it. So we have to put in that seasoning just to make it a more pleasant experience for them. Right? You know, we have to do it. And listen, if you're in the campfire and people talking about, you know, it's Shark Time and they're talking about what a good time they had, right? What I'm going to ask you, what's going on here, Jamari? What's going on? You might want to mute yourself. You got a lot of background noise there. It's like super distracting. All right, just go ahead and press on that mute button. All right, thanks. All right, but you know, if you're at the campfire and people talking about Shark Time, and they're talking about effect you just saw, you walk right up to them and you tell them the truth. You tell them that's just seasoning. That's all that is. That's all that's ever going to be. Okay, that's just seasoning. All right, now let's see here. Let's clear our scores out as we go into round 2 here, and let's see. We do have an opening. All right, so we got a good opportunity for somebody. All right, so let's see here. Let's take a look at our menu and see who's available. All right, we got Leslie Faye. All right, Leslie Faye, we're going to have you up here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to extend these bridges here, all right, and come on up. And again, just if you have to recenter, you know, do it now because when you try it on stage, you end up back in the audience and it's just awkward. Come on up, Leslie. There we go. All right, we're going to take a moment to get to know you. Now, you've been on Shark Time before, right, Leslie?
Yes, I love it.
You love it. You hear that, everybody? She loves it. That's awesome. So she's back for more, right? And let's see. So come on up. Let's have you up here. And you remember, you get up here, you stand on that yellow X, and you press on that consent button. Just a minor formality for our insurance company. Let's see how you do. There we go. Awesome. All right. Ooh, that worked out. Excellent. All right. So we don't want to make you feel left out. So we're going to give you an enclosure of your own. There you go. All right, awesome. All right, now you know how this works. We're going to ask you a question. The only answers that matter are those answers that convince our nice audience how, you know, that you deserve to live more than the person next to you. All right, look at all those people out there. They look delicious, and I'm sure they're going to vote good. All right, everybody. So now let's start out with on this side. Let's start out with Fruit Twist. Fruit Twist, are you ready for your question?
Yeah.
Okay, well let's see what it is here. Because I'm not ready for the question. I've completely blanked here. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's right. We've been working with the nearby giant octopus who lives just over that hill. We've been trying to find out a way to bring her into the show, right? So as a part of to improve the relationship with the giant octopus, we've been studying octopi and we came across something fascinating. And this is a real thing. I'm not making it up for the show. This is like a real thing. It turns out that octopi have been known to suddenly reach out and punch or otherwise smack passing fish. It's wild. I'm telling the truth. After this event, go look this up on YouTube, and you're going to see octopus. A fish will swim along, and you'll see that octopus go smack, just like that. They'll just whip it out, like just crack it out, and all of a sudden the fish is like, "What happened?" I want to know, okay? Because the scientists looked into it. They actually claim that it appears to be malicious in nature. They seem to be doing it out of spite. Now I want to know, what did the fish do to the octopus that would cause this kind of reaction? What do you think, Fruit Twist?
I don't know. It could have been numerous of things. Looked at it funny. Dissed its mum.
Okay.
Maybe it was just having a bad day, and sometimes it just felt like punching that fish.
So maybe it's a form of venting.
Do.
Yeah, I like that one. All right, Matt, what do you got for us? You're a scientist yourself, so we want your best theory as to why the octopi suddenly lash out on the fish like that.
Yeah, it's filmed in the wrong perspective. You can only see the octopus, but on the other side is a tisch tennis plate and Sharky. He's playing with him.
I see. Okay. All right. So how about you, Leslie? What do you think? Why are the octopus suddenly lashing out at the fish like this? It's a real problem.
It's like this. He heard that he could win a ton of money if he learned how to play golf. So he's just practicing with the other fish.
Oh, so it's like he's just using them as props. It's not personal.
There you go.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, everybody. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna attempt to play this song, but it's gonna be lame. Let's see.
All right.
Wow, nothing even happened on that one. I'll try that again. Now the band is fully quit. It's just not functioning. Man, is this thing even working? Is this thing on? Okay, let's try it
Oh, got
again.
punched by an
Let's see.
octopus. What can I say?
All right, yeah, all right. Apparently, the giant squid, when I wasn't looking, tentacle shot up and nobody told me about it, and they just took out our control panel, and the band's quit, and everything's going wrong. But we're going to lock in our votes, everybody. In 3, in 2, in 1. Let's close the voting. Let's hope that works, too. There we go. All right, so if you try to vote now, it's not going to count. All right, let's see. Leslie, you got double digits. That's awesome. All right, Fruit Twist, you're doing pretty good, too. Matt, you're an old pro at this, and it's Buster again. Right? Buster's having like the same thing every show lately. It's like he's sitting there and he's going, you know what, Buster? It's Matt again tonight. I'm sorry. There you go. Good. He's gotten used to it. Now, Matt, let me ask you just to scream on your way out, as you know, that really helps the process. Here we go, Matt. We're going to introduce you. You already met him. Your old friend Buster. Here we go.
He's my bro.
There we go.
Hey, Buster.
There we go. Thanks for playing, Matt. All right, everybody. If you're just coming in late, all right, maybe our audience that was here before can help. All right, what was that we just saw?
Seasoning.
Seasoning, very good. All right, very good. That's just seasoning, everybody. Remember that. Very important. We're trying to raise awareness about that. We're gonna have t-shirts made up and mugs that say it's just seasoning. But I'm counting on you, our audience, to raise awareness and tell everybody that that's just seasoning. That's all that is. Okay. Let's see now. Let's see. We're gonna clear our scores out here, everybody. So let's clear the voting. All right. Now what we have here is, let's see. We're gonna move into our third round, everybody. Here we are. Okay. Now let's see. Let's start out with you, Leslie. All right, you ready for your question?
Shoot.
2 thumbs up. Hey, maybe you're not
2
ready.
thumbs up.
I know it.
I'm ready.
Thumbs up. Okay, so you are ready. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Now, a small fish, some bird. Sometimes they move all at the same time, and they appear like what is that? West Marine 96? Is that you? You might want to mute microphone there. Somebody's having like a big conversation out. Feeling left out. What's going on?
Shoot, I accidentally unclicked my raise hand button.
You unclick your wrist button. Okay, well, don't worry about it. We'll just be mindful of that. I mean, sometimes the side conversations can throw you off. All right, so small fish and some birds, sometimes they'll move as one, like they'll move completely in unison. It's remarkable how they will move at the same time like that. And they do this, they theorize, to look like a much larger, creature. And but you got to think one of them has to move first. Right? One of them's got to be the first one to move. All right. So let me ask you, Leslie. All right. How do they choose which one gets to be the first fish or bird that gets to move in one of those giant, like the bait balls they call them? I think. You think, Leslie?
Well, I think they choose by the cutest bird. The cutest bird gets to go first because it's like a modeling agency kind of thing.
Oh, like they have tryouts and stuff, and they'd be like, "You too could be the lead bird. Let's see. Show me what you got. Walk down the runway. Strut. You see the birds going like that, right? Yeah. You like that? All right, that's a good idea. All right, how about you, Fruit Twist? What do you got for us? What do you think? How do they pick the lead fish or the lead bird in those giant, bait balls that happen?
Well, they could do like their own little sports day, and then whoever wins gets to go first. So they have to compete.
Oh wow! So it's like kind of like sort of a lottery type of thing, right? Like where they randomly choose. Yeah, that sounds fair. I like that. All right, everybody. Well, it looks like our scores are kind of close, right? So let's explore this, everybody. All right. Let's ask you. Now, Fruit Twist. Let me ask you. Why do you think that you deserve to live more than Leslie Faye over there? Let's hear it.
Because I spoke to my fishy, my shark. I think it's Fang, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
It's Fang.
Is it Fang? Yeah, I thought it was Fang. But then I double guessed myself. I'm like, yeah, it is Fang. And me and him have got like a conversation going on, and he said he's not ready to eat me today. He says it's too full.
Okay, well, he looks like when I was
meal.
down there just before, he was shaking a lot, and he had a big smile on his face. He looks very excited.
Yeah, it's because because I'm here and we're having a lovely conversation.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, I didn't mean to interrupt. You can go back to that. All right, Leslie, why do you think you deserve to live more than Fruit Twist over there?
Because I believe in saving sharks, and if he eats me, he may not live.
Okay, well, I'm glad you said that actually about the saving trust, because I forgot to do something. A little promotional stuff here. All right, everybody. You may have noticed when you came in that we have a Patreon sign up, or you might have noticed this buy us a coffee link here. That's because we're trying to raise awareness for we're trying to get better equipment to put on more interactive shows like this. But we do while we do joke around an awful lot about feeding a shark, we're also in the real world trying to save a shark, because a portion of anything we collect is going to go to the Bimini Shark Lab. They do incredible work where they help raise awareness about some of the environmental challenges that are facing sharks in our oceans today, right? And we want to thank you all for being able to help out that way, and really just subscribing to our YouTube channel or coming to our events and supporting us. It means the world to us, and I just like to take a moment to thank you all for all of that. All right, because I see a lot of people who are coming back every week, and it means a lot. All right, everybody. So take a moment right now to think about which contestant is your favorite. I normally play music at this point, but the band quit because somebody didn't pay them, Mrs. Producer. All right, so here we go. Let's see here. Well, Leslie's doing pretty good. All right, so everybody, we're going to close the votes in 3, in 2, in 1. Here we go, everybody. We're going to close the votes right now. The voting is now closed. All right, let's see how we did. All right, Fruit Twist, let me ask you something. How do you feel about sharks? You seem pretty attached to Fang.
We have a great conversation and understanding. He knows that I'm happy help him to be fed.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, you're gonna. You know what? Let's not keep them apart any longer. All right. Now let's give us a good scream on your way out. That'll help. Here we go. There you go, Fang. Have some Fruit Twist. There you are. Excellent. All right, everybody. Now look, you guys all know what that was, right? That was what that was? You all know? That was seasoning? Okay. Yeah, that was seasoning. That's what that was. And you all didn't see nothing. Okay? All right. Now listen, it looks like Leslie is our winner, so we're going to lower the glass enclosure here, right? So come on down here. We're going to take the picture that's going to go on our Twitter while we announce it. So if you come down here and stand in front of this mug here and face me like that, what we can do there is take a picture. Now our audience can help by everybody throwing up all these tiny emojis. I don't know what's up with that. I don't like that. But everybody throw up their emojis there, and we're going to take your picture, Leslie. Here we go. Ready? On the count of 3, yell out shark time. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, shark time.
Shark time.
That's nice, everybody. That came out good. All right, now listen. At the end of our events, we typically take everybody out to the Ravenhall Flight Academy to show you guys how to fly, and if you have any questions or comments, we take them there. But also, just so people can know what our prizes are, we're going to start out by heading out to show you guys our Shark Time showcase, where you can inspect the prizes that we have to offer, and maybe you try again on the next at Shark Time. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to lower the stage blocker here. There we go, and have you guys up if you'd like. I'm going to extend these bridges so we can head on out there. All right, there we go. Excellent. All right, everybody. And listen, if you had a good time today, please come see us again this Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. You can find us on the events tab of your main menu. So everybody, come on up. We don't have the X music, right? We can't do the dancing thing. But you're going to notice when you get up here that we have a blue light right here up this ramp. And if everybody comes on up this ramp here, we can go out to the Time Showcase and can inspect these prizes yourself. So let's head out, everybody. Thanks for coming, everybody. You've been a great audience. I'll see you next time.